Okay, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Exercise 1E. I hope all of you tried. Any doubts about the questions which are on the screen? I think they're fairly easy. You can just find distributing the centers, find R1 and R2, see which belongs to which case, right? Okay, section 1, 3 and 4. Anybody any doubt? Finding internal center of similitude and external center of similitude?
No, sir, no, no.
No doubt. Okay, section 2, first 3 questions. Anybody any doubt?
No, sir.
No. In some case, one of the direct or transverse common tangent will come vertical, where slope will come we're supposed to get 2 m values, we get only 1 m value. Any such question you came across? Whenever you are supposed to get 2 slopes, the number of tangents 2. If you are getting only 1 slope, means the other slope is infinite. It is a vertical tangent. Okay, section 2 up to 6. Any doubt?
So fourth one.
Okay, the transverse common tangents. Okay. Have you transverse common tangent means you have to find internal center of similitude. Have you found it?
Sir, I got confused and I didn't try that once. Can I say?
Okay, the third one you got?
Yes, sir.
Third one you got. Okay, then it's very simple. In third one, what you have done is they asked third one direct common tangent. So you take this center, this center. These are the tangents you want. So first of all, you have to find this point, which divide these two in the ratio C1, but R1 is to R2 external. Take this is C1, this is C2. Find R1, R2 and apply section formula dividing these two in the ratio R1 is to R2. R1 is to this minus R2 is to this by R1 minus R2. If you want a transverse common tangent, then we divide internal ratio more easier. This is C1, this is C2. Just apply section formula R1 is to R2 ratio. We'll get this point. After getting that point, forget about one other circle. Take one circle in this point. How to find 2 tangents? We have 3-4 methods. You can use any one of them. You can take general tangent to the circle or take slope as and point. Find the line equation. And then from the center, perpendicular distance to the radius.
Yes, sir.
Do specifically, I'll do it. Okay. Here, one of the center is 2, 5 and radius is 1. I think. Okay. 2, 5 and radius 1. Another one is minus 2, 3 and radius 3. And the distance between them is 4 square plus 2 square. Okay, let me do something about it. Two comma 5 is here with a radius 1. I want to identify what are these 4 points. 2 comma 5, 3 comma 5, 1 comma 5, 2 comma 6, this will be 2 comma 5. minus 2 comma 3 is somewhere here, and with 8 is 3. This is minus 2 comma 3 में minus 2 comma 6, minus 2 comma 0. This is 1 comma 3. Okay, the other circle is like this. This is minus 2 comma 3. This is minus 2 comma 6, minus 2 comma 0. This is 1 comma 3. This is minus 5 comma 3. Okay. It is not important to identify these points, but purposely I wanted to show you something. They did not ask in the fourth question what are direct common tangents, but if they would ask, you would have got one line as y equal to 6 only. Why? Here it so luckily happened that the topmost point of this have same y coordinate, they have the same horizontal line. So this is y equal to 6. There is one more direct common tangent. I am not interested, right? But look at transverse common tangent. The leftmost point of this is 1 comma 5. The rightmost point of this is 1 comma 3. You can see x equal to 1 is touching both of them, which is a vertical line, doesn't have any slope. Okay. So somebody finds internal center of similitude. What is that? Minus 2 comma 3 and 2 comma 5, and apply 2 is to 1 ratio, 3 is to 1 ratio. What is the internal center of similitude comes? 3 into this 6 minus 2. 4 by 4, 1. And 15 plus 3, 18 by 4, 9 by 2. So the internal center of similitude, for the figure like this, these are the transverse common tangent. This point is 1 comma 9 by 2. Now take the slope as m. What is the equation of the line? Y minus 9 by 2 equal to m into x minus 1. That will be mx minus y plus 9 by 2 minus m equal to 0. How to find m value? You take any one of the circle from the center, perpendicular distance equal to radius. You apply that. For example, you take 2 comma 5. That will be m into 2 minus 5 plus 9 by 2 minus by root over 1 plus m square equal to the radius is 1 unit. When you square this, you will not get a quadratic equation, you will get a linear equation. Only m square will get cancelled. Why? Here 2m minus m is m. Here also m square get cancelled, we will only get 1 m value. We are supposed to get 2 m values, we are getting 1 m value. Understand? Other tangent is vertical, its slope is not defined. But it passes through 1 comma 9 by 2, so it should be x equal to 1. We will get another m value, use that m value, and you know point, you get the line equation. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So I'm just giving an explanation why it is coming vertical tangent. Okay, but every time you don't have to identify the figure like this. You just do it wherever you're supposed to get 2 answers. If you're getting 1 answer, just take the other one as the vertical tangent. Okay, section 2. Anybody has any other doubt?
No, sir.
No. Okay, section 3, first 3 questions. Anybody any doubt? If somebody has doubt, they should ask. Okay, total section 3. Any doubt? Anybody? Okay, just a minute. So just a minute, please. Okay, if you don't have any doubts in IP, then mains doubts I'll discuss. Okay, up to 80, I discussed already. Still, anybody any doubts in mains material up to 80? Okay, no doubt.
Up to 80, sir.
Which one?
45, sir.
45. Oh, 45. They want cot alpha plus cot beta is 0 means tan alpha plus tan beta is 0. Because cot alpha you can write 1 by tan alpha, cot beta is 1 by tan beta. So from an external point, you are drawing two tangents such that sum of the slope should be 0. So take general tangent y equal to mx plus or minus a root 1 plus m square. Put x1, y1, square it, we will get a quadratic equation. Equate sum of the roots of that quadratic equation in terms of m to be 0. Is it okay? So you want me to write the solution?
Sir, write it.
Okay. Y equal to mx plus or minus a root 1 plus m square. You can take this one here, y minus mx whole square, because it passes to x1 by 1. A root 1 plus m square. Expand it, you get y1 square minus 2m x1 by 1 plus m square x1 square a square plus a square m square. When you bring everything one side, you get m square into x1 square minus a square plus m into minus 2x1 by 1 plus y1 square minus a square equal to. For this quadratic equation, because we have a circle, we have two tangents. Sum of their slopes should be 0, and the slopes of those two lines are tangents to this, roots of this. What is sum of the slopes? 2x1 y1 by x1 square minus y1 square. That should be 0. So we'll get x1 y1 equal to 0. Now x1. Is it all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
44 and 46 also, sir.
I think I'll continue from 81. If anybody has doubts, I'll come back later on.
Sir, 64. Sir,
Yes.
64.
I will come back later on. Okay. At least some of you tried beyond 100, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Up to 83 on the screen. Anybody any doubts? 81 I discussed thoroughly in the last class. 82 or 83? Anybody any doubt? Any doubt about 84? If somebody has doubt, I'm ready to discuss each and every question, not an issue, but you should have at least read the question and tried. Udalakshmi, you got answer for 84?
Sir, between some questions I not read.
What happened? I
Sir,
could not hear you
between-
clearly.
Sir,
84, have you got the answer?
I not read some questions, sir, in between.
You have not tried some questions. Okay, those who tried 84 or 85, any doubts? Maybe 84, 85 I'll discuss because there are some locus questions. Somebody may in the beginning will find it a little difficult. Okay. So 84, locus of poles of tangents to circle with respect to another circle. Okay. This circle has many tangents. They have poles with respect to this circle. What is the locus of that? Okay. I am not necessarily drawing exact figure. This is this circle 1. This is the circle 2. Actually, they may be intersecting. Let's not worry about it. The question is, this has one tangent, first circle, and that line will have some pole. Okay. Again, you don't have to ask what is pole. You take different points on this, find their cards of contact with this, they'll be congruent. But you don't have to worry. For this time, there's a corresponding point called pole. We take another tangent to circle, it will have a pole. Take another tangent to the first circle, it will have a pole outside. Okay. So if a tangent to this circle is exterior to this, the pole will be inside. If a tangent to this circle intersects this, the pole will be outside. Doesn't matter. Every tangent of this circle have a pole with respect to second circle. We want locus of those points. Okay. So now listen, it is not hardly 2 steps only, but some confusion may be there. That's why I'm explaining. The question is, we'll follow one order. Understand the question and we'll do everything in reverse. Question, the first step is take a tangent to first circle. Second step is find pole with respect to the second circle. And then you have to find locus of that. We'll do reverse. Okay, this point as x1 comma y1, the pole. If I give this point, how will I find this line? What is the connection between this line and this point? For this line,
That line is the polar of that pole.
This line is polar of this point with respect to which circle?
Respect to this circle 2.
Yes, with respect to circle. For this line, this point is pole with respect to circle 2. So for this point, this line is polar with respect to circle 2. So you get this line. After that, what that line should be? It should be tangent to this circle. We'll apply tangential condition. That's it. Let the pole be x1 comma y1. And polar with respect to circle 2 is xx1 plus yy1 plus ax1 minus a square equal to 0. Now it is x into x1 plus a plus y1y plus ax1 minus a square equal to 0. We got a line. This line should be tangent to first circle. This line should be tangent to circle 1. Okay, origin is this one. So what is the distance? Mod ax1 minus a square. From origin distance to a line is mod c by root a square b square. You get square root of x1 plus a whole square plus y1 square. That should be radius, which is a. I can take a common and cancel here. I will get mod x1 minus a equal to square root of x1 plus a whole square plus y square. Square it now, we'll get x1 square minus 2a x1 plus a square. Yeah. x1 minus a whole square equal to x1 plus a whole square plus y square. If I bring this one this side, a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square is 4ab. So I'll get y square plus 4a x1 equal to 3. Okay, so if you see, it is not a very complicated question, frankly. Okay, in circles there are no difficult questions, frankly. It's just a matter of understanding and doing it. That's all. For anybody, I'm telling once again, you just read the questions, what you're able to do it. Rest of them you ask doubts. I'm ready to discuss as many questions also, no problem. First circle has tangent. With respect to second circle, it has a pole. We want locus of that. We took that point as pole. With respect to second circle, we want polar. That should be tangent to this range from the center perpendicular to the radius. We got a condition. That condition is the answer. All right, can I erase this 84?
No, sir.
Okay. Next, I'll discuss 85. Tomorrow's exam only circles, system of circles I'm not giving because many people are not tried so much up to there. But circles completely. Your next mains exam also after 2 weeks. Okay. That is 23rd means June 7th or somewhere. That exam also will be circles only. Even though I'll start parabola by that time, we'll complete circles thoroughly. Monday onwards, we'll be doing advanced material. All the odd numbers in advanced material, I will do it. You have to try even numbers. But before that, you have to finish system of circles mains material also. And IP also. So I'm giving another 1 week for you. That is not tomorrow Sunday, that next Sunday. By that time, you have to complete IP, system of circles thoroughly, circles and system of circles both mains thoroughly, and advanced material even numbers.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, for which point of the circle chord of contact doesn't exist, sir?
For center, no, which point doesn't exist? What do you mean by that? For every external point, chord of contact will exist. And for on the circle or inside the circle, we don't even talk about chord of contact. Polar doesn't exist for center. That is different. Polar is different, chord of contact is different. Is it okay?
Okay, okay, sir.
All right, I'm erasing this 84. Listen, circles is a very easy topic. In the beginning, some parts may be difficult, but actually it is very easy at the end of all. Okay. So I want you to be very strong. So use this next 1 week properly after this tomorrow's exam. And because the reason is theory is easy, you may know how to do the questions. Not just knowing how to do the questions is important. It is also important, but more than that, you have to practice a lot of questions. Let's on a formula, you try 2 questions. You will not get a much. When I discuss any question, I'm not using any new formulas, but it is a different way of using it in a particular question or understanding the question. Okay. So it's very important that you have to try a lot of questions on your own. There may be some confusion. You may have to go back and read the theory once again. If required, you ask me, I'll explain, not a problem. But please try enough questions on your own. I expect some of you at least to not only complete this, complete past year mains thoroughly with the proper understanding. If time is there, you can do past year advanced also. Because I see every year quite a few children, when revision starts, they say, sir, circles, we don't remember anything or we don't know, teach once again. I'll again tell the same theory, tell some questions. Again, after the 1 month, if I ask, they'll tell, sir, again, we are not able to do. Then what is the where is the problem? Problem is while lesson is going on, when we discuss that formula, that day itself we should have tried enough questions. Okay. Like I'm in system of circles and some people have not even tried exercise 1C, it is completely meaningless. When I discuss a formula, that day only if you have tried related questions, at least 10 questions you would have used the same formula, you will know everything about it. Okay. So please understand your own lackadaisical attitude and not working at the proper time. Okay. Again, you will not get an opportunity to work enough days like this. Practically, I taught only theory for 15 classes with 30 hours. Okay. Do you think again I'll get another 30 hours to teach whole thing? Okay, 85, what it is. X square plus y square equal to a square is a circle. You can take a point P on the circle and take any point P, foot of that on x axis is n, on y axis n, and join these two, you will get a line. And that line will have a pole with respect to same circle, but that is outside. This is P, and they want this point locus. Okay, so please understand the question here. Take any point on the circle, find foot of that on x-axis, foot of that on y-axis, join them, you will get a line. That line will intersect the circle at 2 points. At those points, you draw tangents, you then meet at a point. Basically, that is pole of this line. So the question is, first step, take point P on the circle. Second step, find M and N, feet on x and y axis. Third step, find M and line equation. Fourth step, find its pole. But we do everything reverse. Take this point as x1, y1, whatever is the last step. Then find this line equation. How? S1 equal to 0. Further, you can find M, x-intercept. You can find N, y-intercept. Then you know x coordinate, you know y coordinate, you can find P. And what P should do? P should lie on the circle. You can see we do exactly reverse. First step earlier is take a point P on the circle. Second step is find M and N. Third step is find the Mn line equation. Fourth step is find its pole. But in our solution, first step is take this x1, y1. Second step is find this line. Third step is find P, and then P should lie on the circle. That is fourth step. You get the locus. Okay. Well, this is called this is Q, pole. Okay. Let Q be x1 comma y1. Its polar is x1 plus y1 equal to s1 equal to 0. For the x-intercept for this, if we convert into intercept form, we'll get x by a square by x1, y by a square by y1 equal to 1. So m will be a square by x1 comma 0. N will be 0 comma a square by y1. If I know m and n, p will have same x coordinate as m and same y coordinate as n. This implies p is equal to a square by x1 comma a square by y1. P should lie on the circle. Alright. Put it in the circle, you'll get a square by x1 whole square, a square by y1 whole square equal to a square. That is locus 1 by x square plus 1 by y square. A power of common goes down, you'll get a square. Okay, this is the locus of Q. Okay, is everybody clear about 85?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So in this chapter, locus questions will be there. They are not difficult. In fact, after everything is over, you can do only locus questions one day. Sit and do all the 10-15 questions on locus once. You'll get once again the clarity of particles. Okay, those whoever have any doubts, just tell me the numbers. I will discuss in the order, but better than asking, showing each question and asking. So
Sir,
anybody
86.
tried up to anywhere? Yes, please tell the number.
86, sir.
96. Okay.
86.
86.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
64.
Which one? 64. Okay. Anybody any other doubts? Please tell the numbers. I'll just discuss in order. If that is over, I'll just start discussing advanced material. Has anybody tried any other questions and you have any doubts? Please tell me just the numbers. You can open the PDF.
93.
93. Okay. All of you have the PDF with you. You can open it and see it. Just in the numbers.
Sir, 107.
Okay. All right, I'll go ahead with these things. If anything else is there, tell me in between. Anyway, 86 is right here. Let me finish that. If the inverse point of this with respect to this, then the polar of P with respect to the same circle. Okay, fine. We discussed this that if we take a circle, draw two tangents. This is the chord of contact. And -3, 5, 1, 3. Okay, 86 is just somewhat conceptual. Okay, if you understand what it is, very easy. Inverse point definition is something else, and how we find is something else I discussed. Inverse point definition is if P, Q, C are collinear and they are on the same side of C, and CP into CQ is R square, then we say P and Q are inverse points. But how do you actually find it? Is you find polar of P, you'll get a line. This point is only inverse point. We proved how this length and this length product is R square. Then how to find this? You can find foot of this here or foot of this here or solve these two. You'll get that point. But now the question is different. They gave P, they gave Q, they did not even give the circle. But they asked, what is polar of P with respect to circle? That way this line only, chord of contact. And if you want to find line, you should know two things, point and slope. You know point already. How do you find slope? These are perpendicular lines. That's it. What is the slope of PQ? 3 minus 5 by 1 plus 3. Minus 2 by 4, which is minus 5. If this line slope is minus 1 by 2, this line slope will be. We know slope and we know point, you can find the equation. Y minus 3 equal to 2 into x minus 1. Y minus 3 equal to 2x minus 1. 2x minus y plus 1 equal to 0. Okay. So it is more about understanding physically what is inverse points. Okay, not just a formula. All right, 86.
Yes, sir.
Lokeshwar, you are asking the length of the chord, not 2 root r square minus d square. You are not getting the answer. Lokeshwar Rao.
Yes, sir.
What happened? 2 root r square minus d square. You are not getting the answer.
Yes, sir. I'm not getting.
Okay, some mistake or what? X minus 3y minus 13 equal to 0. What is the radius of the circle? 4 plus 4, 8 minus 3, root 5. And perpendicular distance from 2 comma minus 2 to this line. Mod 2 plus 6 minus 13 by root 10. This is 11. Sorry, 8 minus 5 by root 10. 2 root over 5 minus 25, right? This is 5. If I take 2 inside, this will be 20 minus 10 root 10. Root 10 is there.
Yes, sir. I forgot that root, sir.
What you forgot?
That root I forgot, sir. I'm getting 10, sir.
Oh, okay, fine. Simple 2 root r square में discuss होगा. Yeah, we'll discuss 93 now. Okay, from the origin, chords are drawn to this. The locus of midpoints of the chord. Oh, that is directly the circle. It's okay. Okay, the given circle is x square plus y square minus 2px equal to 0. Origin is already one point on that circle. Through that you have drawn many chords like this. The question is find the locus of midpoints of all these chords. One of them will be diameter, center will be the midpoint, other things will be there like this. Earlier we discussed, if you take the midpoint of the chord and join to the center, this angle is 90. Similarly, this angle is 90, this angle is 90. So locus of all these points is a circle with d square tensor diameter. And what is this? This is p comma 0, this is 2p comma 0. So required circle, required locus is a circle with 0 comma 0 and p comma 0 as ends of diameter. Simply x minus 0, this is center actually. X minus 0 into x minus p, y minus 0 into y minus x square plus y square minus px equal to 0. I discussed this theory only. I have not done any question in the class, but I explained thoroughly why the locus of the midpoint is a circle with d square ends of diameter. This is method 1. Is it okay 93 for this method?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Method 2. You want the locus of midpoint, right? Any standard locus question, take that midpoint as x1 comma y1. Let midpoint be x1 comma y1 of the chord. If you have midpoint of the chord, how will you find the equation of the chord? S1 equal to S11. So equation of chord is S1 equal to S1. What is that? X1 plus y1 minus px1 equal to x1 square plus y1 square minus 2px1. What it should do? I took midpoint as x1 y1, find the chord, but it should pass the origin now. Substitute origin in it. This should pass through origin. So when you substitute origin in the place of x and y, you get 0 plus 0 minus px1 equal to x1 square plus y1 square minus 2px. Then this minus px1 to other side, we got the locus, which is x1 square plus y1 square minus px1 equal to 0. Remove x1, y1 and write x comma y, that is only locus. X square plus y square minus px equal to. Okay. If you don't know the geometrical explanation of it, let it be. Let the midpoint is x1, y1, just find equation of the chord s1 equal to s1, substitute the point. The method 1 is that we really know what is the locus, what is the shape, and what are the details of that. Most of the locus questions in this chapter are very simple. Just take whichever point they're asking locus as x1, y1 and use some conditions given in the question. You will get an algebraic relation between x1 and y1. Then remove x1, y1 and write put x comma y. That is the locus. Okay, 107. A circle with a radius 2 rolls on the rim of the circle. Another one. What is the center? 2, 3, radius 5. Okay. So we have a circle with center 2, 3 and radius 5. Another circle of radius 2, okay, is rolling on this like this. Then what is the locus of the center of this rolling circle? What will be the shape of the locus?
Circle, sir. Concentric circle.
And what is the radius of the new circle?
R1 plus
7.
7, 5 plus 2. That's it. The locus of this circle is another circle. Locus of this point is center. Another circle is center 2, 3 and radius 7. That's it. X minus 2 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square equal to 7. Expand it will get. Okay, this is 107. Any other doubt, anybody? Please just tell me the number.
Sir,
Sir, 44 and 46.
Sir, 108.
108. Okay. Somebody said 44 and
46, sir.
46. Okay, 46 did I discuss just now? It's okay, we'll see. Any other doubt, anybody? Number, just tell the numbers.
Sir, 97.
97, okay.
$49, sir.
Okay, anytime in between also just tell me the numbers, I'll note it down and done. We are clear one year 107, so let us finish 108. Okay, one not each. We have a circle with center 3, 3 and radius 2. Okay. Okay, this is a circle with center 3, 3 and radius 2. There are a lot of circles touching this circle externally and this y-axis both. What is the locus of the center? Okay. The locus of this is a parabola. But why it is parabola, we'll see later, but let us see how to do it. This is one circle touching this externally, touching y-axis. This is another circle touching this circle, touching y-axis. There will be another circle touching this circle, touching y-axis. Okay. So there are a lot of circles you can see. Another circle like this also. Okay. So basically we have a circle and a line. We have so many circles like this. All their centers when you join, you get actually a parabola. Okay. Why is a parabola and details of that we can study in the next chapter. Coming to this, if you call this point as P, this is C. Take this as x1 comma y. What we have to do is very simple. It should touch y-axis, you'll get one condition. P should touch x will be C1 C2 equal to R1 plus R. But from the figure, this radius is nothing but x coordinate x1. Okay, so radius is equal to x1. Next, coming to this, okay, CP, distance between the centers should be R1 plus R2. I can even call this as R1. This is R1 and this is R2. R1 plus R. That's it, we get the locus. What is CP? Directly distance formula. Square root of x1 minus 3 whole square plus y1 minus 3 whole square equal to. What is R1? Radius of this, which is x1. R2 is radius of this, which is in the question 2 units. That's it, just square it over it. x1 minus 3 whole square, y1 minus 3 whole square equal to x1 plus 2. Send this one here, expand it. Y1 minus 3 whole square equal to x square plus 4x plus 4 minus x1 square plus 6x1 minus. That is y1 minus 3 whole square equal to 10x1 plus minus. Either they left it or the expansion of this area. We'll expand it. Y square minus 10x minus 6y 9 plus 5 plus 14 equal to. Okay. So basically, two data only we should know here. When a circle is touching a line, capital distance from center to that line radius. Another only when two circles are touching externally, C1 C2 equal to R1 plus R2. See, in first year, I was discussing a very small question in order, okay? At least IP questions, everything like that. But here, in this chapter, there's too much of theory. That is one thing. And second thing is, over years, I think any teacher can tell, not how many questions the teacher tells is important, frankly. How many questions that student tried on his own, that's what matters. It may be a little struggle. Sometimes they don't get idea, they waste hours, okay? Sometimes they get frustrated. It's all good. Okay, that is the way to learn. All right, you try read and each and every question based on the theory. You try it. If you don't get it, then we discuss. Okay. Okay, 108 is it clear, or anybody want any part of it to be explained once again?
Yes.
It's clear, right?
Clear,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Clear.
Okay, I'm erasing this. Here they said specifically externally. That's why I would have said internally. That's also possible. Let's say I have a line and a circle. It's a given circle. Is it possible to have a circle touching this one internally and touching this line? Yes. They will be like this. You can see it touching internally and touching this. They can be like this. And they can be like this. Their centers also will have another locus. That is another parabola. If they said internally, what we would have done is C1 CP equal to R1 minus R2. Instead of x1 plus x2, we would have got x1 minus 2. And square it would have got another answer. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next 97.
Sir,
Yes, please.
I didn't get it. Why it is x1 minus x2?
What happened?
I didn't understand why it is x1 minus 2 in the other
So
case.
why did X1? For two circles to touch internally, what is the condition? C1 C2 equal to mod R1 minus R2.
Yes, sir.
And so this one, so internal means here we will get minus. We will get mod x minus 2 square root. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, 97. Let me explain the question. There is a circle 0, 3 and minus 4, 3 are ends of diameter. Or you can say center is minus 2, 3, radius 2 and cos 2. This point they are calling A. We can take B as any point on the circle and join. That will be chords. Every chord double it. This AB should be 2 times AB. This AP is also 2 times AP. This AP is also 2 times AP. This AP is also 2 times AP. If you remember, in one of the questions I said how a circle is compressed towards center or towards a point. This is like that, where every point of the circle is thrown away from this point by double. This one double, this one double, this one double. Okay. So it is like you are magnifying the circle, just zooming out. Okay. Or whatever, in or out, whatever you call it. You are making it enlarged. Alright. What is the radius of the original circle? 2. It is quite possible to prove that when you double this, you get this point, when you double this, you get this point, when you join. Why this angle is 90, this angle is 90, I can prove it. Why? Because this angle is 90, this angle is 90. Angle in a semicircle is 90, right? Next, this length is double of this length is double of this length. So this triangle and this triangle are similar triangles. If they are similar triangles, these and these are parallel now based on basic proportional theorem. If this by this are same, this and this are parallel. Now, if this angle is 90, this angle has to be 90. Similarly, if this angle is 90, these two are parallel, this angle should be 90. I can say this is 0, 3, this is minus 4, 3, so this point is minus 8, 3. So the locus of this point is a circle with these two ends of diameter, which is x minus minus 8 into x minus 0 plus y minus 3 into y minus 3 equal to 3, which is x square plus y square plus 8x minus 6y plus 9 equal to 0. Or you can simply write x into x plus 8 plus y minus 3 whole square equal to 0. Okay, this is understanding geometrically what is actually happening. If you don't want to do that, actually this is a very easy question. Why? It doesn't have to be given as 97. It can be given as very third or fifth question. I'll tell you why. Our standard procedure, whichever point they're asking locus, take x1 by. So let P be x1 comma y. You know this point x1 y1, this point 0, 3. What is this point? Midpoint. So what is B will be then? Midpoint of A. That should be x1 plus 0 by 2, y1 plus 3 by 2. What this point should do? It should satisfy the circle equation. Just substitute the circle. What was the circle? X into x plus 4 plus y minus 3 whole square equal to 0. That is x1 by 2. Again x1 by 2 plus 4 and y1 plus 3 by 2 minus 3 whole square equal to 0. That is x1 into x1 plus 8. y1 minus 3 whole square equal to 0. Again x square plus 8 plus y square minus square. Okay. This is a simple standard procedure of the any question in locus. Take this point as x1, y1, find midpoint of these two, that should satisfy the original circle equation, you get the locus. Here, geometrical understanding why the locus of this is a circle and what are the ends of diameter or what is the new center and length of radius, and do that also. Is it okay? 97?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 44. Very, very simple question. There is no theory as at all. They gave a line, it should be tangent to circle. Which locus they're asking, you'll see later. The line to be tangent means from the center perpendicular to radius. The center is the origin. Distance is mod 1 by root L square plus N square. That should be equal to radius A. Okay. So they gave a line Lx plus My plus 1 equal to 0. From origin to that line is the radius. You got 1 equal to A square into L square plus M square. This is the condition. Now locus of which point they want? If you want locus of L comma M, wherever L is there, replace with X, wherever M is there, replace with Y, the algebraic condition, which is 1 equal to A square into X square plus Y square. So if you want to calculate X square plus Y square equal to 1 by A square is the required locus. Here, no doubt you understand what it is. Okay? Because if you want locus of L comma M, you should have an algebraic relation between L and M. In that algebraic relation, write L as X, M as Y. That's all. What is that we are doing also, you don't understand. Fine. Is it okay, 44?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, 46. I will explain this in the class. To take a circle, take every point on the circle and move towards the right side by A units. That's what they are asking. Take every point on the circle and move towards right side by A units. Because they said this is A, this is M, and what is the locus of M. So every point should go to the right side by A. Means the whole circle should go towards right side by A. What is the center of original circle? 0, 0. So because we meant everything by right side, center will be A, 0 and radius A. Radius doesn't change. You know, center and radius, you find the circle equation. And 49 next. The equation of circles which touch y-axis at the origin and the line 5x plus 12 by 9. Okay, our line is like this. Actually, touching y-axis at origin, there will be a lot of circles like this. Okay, like a family of circles. Okay, so one circle will be like this, another circle will be like this. What are they? They're asking. You take the radius r and center as r comma 0. Instead of r comma 0, I want to take mod r comma 0. So center is equal to mod r. Center is r comma 0. And I want to take radius as mod r. If r is positive, I will be getting a circle on the right side. If r is negative, I will be getting a circle on the left side. But I am covering both. Any circle whose center is on x axis, passing the origin and touching y axis, will be center like this. Now, for it to touch a line of 5x plus 12y minus 72 equal to the line. From the center, perpendicular distance equal to radius. So, mod 5r plus 0 minus 72 by 2 over 5 square plus 1 square equal to mod. So, mod 5r minus equal to 13 mod 5r minus 70 equal to plus r minus 13. When I take plus and send to that side, 13 minus 5, we get r equal to minus. And when I take minus, we get 18 r equal to 72, r equal to 4. So that means this gives you center equal to minus 9 comma 0, radius mod r is equal to 9. This gives you center equal to 4 comma 0, radius equal to You know center and radius, you can find the circles. X minus 4 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square, x plus 9 whole square plus y minus 0 square. Okay. So simply you have to recognize, let the center r comma 0, radius is r or mod or one of them, and then from the center perpendicular you put the radius. Is it okay? 49?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any other doubts anybody has? Please feel free to ask.
Sir, 76.
76, okay.
So 116.
Which one?
116.
Okay. 76 and 116. Okay, here k is a variable number in 76. Okay, 76 is to mainly understand k is variable. So when k is changing, this circle is changing. Find polar of this. This is a fixed point. This is not a variable point. Fixed point. But the circle C is constant, but k is variable. As you change k and find polar of this, we have many polars, but they are all concurrent. What is polar? Simply S1 equal to 0. When you do S1 equal to 0, you get x1 plus y1 minus kx1 plus c square equal to 0. Now, because k is variable, separate them now. X1 plus y1 plus c square minus k into x plus x1 equal to 0. This looks like L plus lambda L dash equal to 0. In first year, we know this. A straight line plus lambda and another straight line equal to 0 represents a family of concurrent lines which are concurrent at point of intersection of this and this. L plus lambda L dash equal to 0 represents a family of concurrent lines which are concurrent at point of intersection of L equal to 0 and L dash equal to 0. Okay, so you take xx1 plus yy1 plus equal to 0 and x plus x1 equal to 0. Solve them. You get x equal to minus x1. And you put that here, y equal to what will come? Minus x1 square goes that side, you get x1 square minus c square by y. So minus x1 comma x1 square minus c square by y is the how this line always passes through that point. Is it okay? 76?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, 116. There's a circle with center 40, 30 and radius 20. Okay. Origin is here. This is 40, 30. This is 40, 30. Total radius is from here to here 50 means 30. Okay. So the question is, origin is outside a circle whose center is 40, 30, radius is 20. From here to here, distance is 50. So when I subtract 20, it will be 30 now. There are two tangents. There is one nearest point and farthest point with respect to origin. At the nearest point, they want tangent equation. Okay. Two ways. One method is you can really find this point. Section formula 3:2. Okay. Because this is nearest point n. N is equal to 30:20 means 3 into 40, 45 and 3 into 35. Because 3 into this, 2 into this by 3 plus 5 8 24, 5 6 8. So 24 come 18. You know this point, so you can do S1 equal to 0. That is one method.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Is okay?
Yes, sir. I can do, sir.
Another method is, what is the slope of this line? 3/4. This line slope is 3/4. What is this line slope? Minus 4/2. If you know slope, you can find equation of the tangent, but there will be two answers will come. Okay. After getting the two answers, find distance from origin to both of them. Whichever is less, that is nearest. Okay. So I prefer this method. Anything is okay. Just one more thing I want to tell. This line equation is actually 4x plus 3y because slope is minus 4y. When you put 40 here, 30 here, what happens? 160 plus 90, 250. From here to here, if you want to travel 1 unit, I have to add root a square plus b square, which is 5. If I want to travel 20 units, I have to add 100. So if I add 100, I'll get this. If I subtract 100, so this is 4x plus 3y equal to 150. This is 4x plus 3y equal to 250. This is 4x plus 3y equal to 350. So directly 4x plus 3y equal to 150 is the answer. It's okay, don't have to write, just an understanding. Otherwise, find this point and do S1 equal to 0, or slope of the line joining the center and particular slope, and then with that slope we find there will be two tangents. See which is nearest. Okay, anybody any other doubt you want to ask?
Sir, the previous question was given ID.
115. Okay. Okay, I'll explain that question. There is a small thing that you have to take care in that question. Okay, 115. What is the question? There is a circle x square plus y square minus 4x minus 4y plus 4 equal to 0. It is a circle touching x-axis and y-axis already in the first quadrant. This point is 2, 2, radius 2. Okay. This is a given circle. This circle is incircle of a triangle. One side is x-axis, one other side is y-axis. Another side can be like this. It can be like this. It can be like this. Okay. This circle is in circle of a triangle whose one side is x-axis, one side is y-axis, and some other side. For the other side, there is a midpoint. What is the locus of that? Whether they ask this midpoint or they might ask what is circumcenter of this triangle, maybe. It doesn't matter. For a rectangle point, circumcenter is midpoint of hypotenuse. If you want, you can read the question once. The circle x square plus y square minus 4x minus 4y plus 4 equals 0 is inscribed in a triangle having two of its sides along the coordinate axis. The locus of the circumcenter of this triangle, this is a right angle triangle, so it is midpoint of hypotenuse. Yeah, finding the locus is one thing, and then we'll get two locus. Deciding which one is correct is also important here. What is this? Take this midpoint as x1, y1. If this is x1, y1, obviously this is 2x1 comma 0. This is 0 comma 2y. Then what is the equation of this line? X by 2x1 plus y by 2y1 equal to 1. This indirectly the question is find the locus of midpoints of the lines which are tangent to this circle. That's all. Now from the center, the perpendicular distance to this should be equal to radius. That is 2 by 2x1 plus 2 by 2y1 minus 1. If I can take LCM well before and write y1x plus x1y equal to 2x1y. Okay, from the center 2 comma 2, the distance is 2y1 plus 2x1 minus 2x1y1 by root over x1 square plus y1 square mod equal to radius 2. So we took the midpoint as x1, y1. From there we found this point, you know, x-intercept and y-intercept, you can find the line equation. Once you know that line, it should be tangent to the circle, means from the center, the perpendicular distance equal to radius. Now, when you remove the mod, take plus, you'll get one locus, and take minus, you'll get another locus. Which one is correct? You have to decide. First of all, why two answer coming is, imagine there will be a tangent like this. That also will have one midpoint. We are getting locus of that also. But unfortunately, for this triangle, is this in circle?
No, sir.
No, sir.
What it is?
X, sir.
X circle. Yes. So we want only locus of tangents like this. Not if you take this tangent also, you have one midpoint. If you take this tangent also, you have one midpoint. But for this triangle is x center, for this triangle is x center. Locus of all these midpoints is one curve, and locus of all these midpoints is another curve. They are asking that one only and not this. Okay, then how do you decide? Is that I want to remove the mod. And I want to put a minus only, not plus. Because I know this numerator is actually negative. How do you know numerator is negative? For this line, origin and 2 comma 2 are on the same side or either side?
Same side.
Okay. When I put origin in this line LHS, will I get a negative number or positive number?
Negative number.
Because when I put origin, I am getting negative number. When I put 2 comma 2 here, what will I get? Negative number. When I substitute 2 comma 2, which is 2x1 plus 2y1 minus 2x1 y1, it is negative. But distance cannot be negative. So when I remove the mod, I got a minus. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Whereas when I would have taken x1, y1 here, then same equation, but 2 comma 2 is one side, origin is another side. Alright? Then I would have got another. Okay, so now send this one here, that's notes. I can cancel 2 and write minus y1 minus x1 plus x1 y1 equal to 2 x1 square plus y1 square. They might also send everything to the other side, I guess. X plus y. X plus y minus x1. So send that side, you get x plus y minus xy plus root x square plus y square equal to 2. So it's all about not only finding the locus, whether it is plus here or minus here. It is +1 here or -1 here. That's also an important point. Because they gave k here, and in the place of k, one answer they gave +1, one answer they gave -1. Understand +1 is correct. This is a past year advanced question given as it is. In Monday morning class, by that time, I want everybody without exception to complete all the mains questions up to 120 at least. Once again, if any doubts are there, I'll discuss, and I don't want to discuss any doubts after that. So please try by Monday morning up to 120 thoroughly. Your exam is tomorrow only, right?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So tomorrow, no system of circles, only circles. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.